What do you do, guys? Welcome to McAfee TV. I'm just here, sitting out in the open again, familiar grounds, just get a bit of peace. I haven't done a video not in a few weeks, but they're becoming quite irregular now. So I'm just pretty much just vlogging nowadays. I'm not really giving much advice. Don't quite feel like it. I just had a couple of teeth taken out at the dentist, and guys, take care of your teeth. Go every 6 months to the dentist for a checkup. Don't leave it, because taking your teeth out is probably one of the most painful experiences I've ever had. And yeah, it wasn't the one involving a drill. The drill's sort of alright, but when they have to pull that tooth out, gosh. Anyway, so yeah, you're probably wondering from the title, so I'll just tell you now. I stopped a fight a few days ago, no relation to the dentist. It was on the road. I was walking down the road, and opposite me there was a young black guy, probably 20, 21, something like that. So he was walking in my direction, and behind him, I didn't see where this other guy come from, but there was another guy. He was white, he was big, he's quite big built, quite stocky, and he was sneaking up behind this black guy. And I was watching them because they was both walking towards me, and I thought, oh, okay, they must know each other. But then all I saw was the guy from behind. He pulled his fist back, and before I knew what happened, he just went, he just swung. So the other guy, he didn't know what was going on at all. He was just walking down the road, and someone just smacked him from the back of the head, and he did a full swing, and then he just started pummeling into this guy, and he dragged him into the middle of the road. It was a sort of a main road, but it wasn't quite as busy as this one you could probably hear in the background. But yeah, there was traffic stopped and everything. With myself, I knew for myself, I don't really like to be a bystander. I've had, despite social awkwardness and that, I do, or certainly over the past decade, I've sort of tried to do the right thing and like uphold integrity and all that. So, and I've had a bit of a reputation for getting myself in situations where I shouldn't, in terms of, for example, if I see two people, arguing and fighting, I'd probably be the first one to jump in and say, enough, guys. So in this case, I ran in the road, not in between anyone. I just ran out and just went to the guy, what? I said, what are you doing? And I was saying this to the white guy, and the white guy looked at me, and then he ran off. He ran off down the road. What apparently happened from other passers-by is that he was in the car with another dude, and he got out of the car to start this fight, and during this time the other dude drove the car around the corner, and so after I intervened, the guy ran off back into his car and they drove off. So I'm talking to this guy, this black guy. He was completely dazed. He didn't know what was going on. I said, fortunately, there wasn't too many. He wasn't injured pretty much at all. I mean, I think there was a little cut, but that was it. I think he was crying a bit, probably from the pain and that more than anything. I said, well, what was going on? Did you know that guy? He said, no, I didn't know that guy at all. I was just walking down the road. He said, I don't live in this area as well. He said he was on his way to probation. So I'm guessing maybe that could be prison related. So I don't know if, it was a hit or if it was a gang or something, but there's not really any gangs in this area anyway. So I said to him, look, do you know anybody here? Or because it seemed pretty random. And he went, yeah, it was random. And I was concerned because, it was a white guy attacking a black guy. Could it have had like racial connotations? Could it have been me? Could it have been my brother? And But yeah, this guy was, I was just sort of like consoling this young kid. I call him a kid, but he's 20s. A passerby who saw the car managed to get the registration license plate number, and so because we didn't have a pen, well, I took, because the guy dropped his phone as well, by the way, so his phone was smashed. So I took a picture of the license plate and I said to him, look, if you want to, I'll text you this, I'll text you the license plate number. And the guy said, I'm not going to call the police, I don't think. Which, to be honest, I can't really say much about that. I don't know if I will call the police over, it'll just be a waste, because it's more like a waste of time than not. But I said to him, look, just take the license plate number anyway and see what happens. So, I text. So yeah, he said, yeah, okay, I'll give me a number and I'll text it. And I text him the license plate, well, my photo with the license plate. And then, sort of just went our separate ways, really. So that was that. I'm not going to speak to him again. I'm not going to say how you're doing or anything like that. It's just one incident. We're not friends or anything, but, it's quite a mad concern. One of the things I'm glad I did is that I actually jumped in. Yeah, I did think afterwards that maybe I should have gone in a bit quicker, or I should have really gone in with all fists flying to protect this guy. But then again, you think, it's not really my concern to get myself into too much trouble. And nowadays you don't know what people have on them. So I probably did the right thing by not just standing there or gawping or getting the camera phone out and trying to get 1 million views on YouTube, but just actually going in there and actually trying to do the right thing. Even though this isn't social anxiety related, I do think a part of overcoming social anxiety is having high self-esteem. And one of the things of having high self-esteem is having values and being able to uphold those values. So I think that incident did sort of demonstrate myself trying to uphold the values that, people have a right to not go around the street not expecting to get beat up. I mean, it's not like the other guy called him and said, oi, what? It's not like the other guy called and said, hey, or anything like that. He just snuck up from him. And imagine you just walking down the road and then you just feel some fist into your right cheek, So I'm glad I actually jumped in. And it may have been something that in my teens I may not have done. But since I've tried to build up my self-esteem, I do think that's all related. So I'm glad I've done that. So anyway, that was an update. It was just supposed to be a quick update, but I don't write my scripts, and I can see it's coming up to 8.5 minutes now. So I'm just gonna stop. Thank you very much for watching all this. Hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.